if you saw my last video, I'm still just as dirty as I was then. I did get to wash my hands, but I am filthy. We're loaded up on water. We got full water. I got water in the trailer, I got water in the truck. So I'm ready to find a campsite and take a shower. I've found a new area. This is a completely new area I've never been. Let me give you a little look at it here. There's areas of it that are very sparsely covered with trees, and that's the main thing I'm looking for here is trees. So I'm gonna actually get out right here and walk around a little bit in this area and see if I can find a good campsite. Looks like there's a lot of campsites here amongst the trees, but this one area that I can see off over here, it just doesn't look super level. So that's really what I'm looking for, is a really level spot. Most of the campers are on the other side of the road that I can see right now. And of course, I can continue down this road. The thing is, I just don't know what's down that way. So I'm kind of apprehensive. You know, I'm looking on Google Maps and it's just very sparse out there. This is a very volcanic area. The ground here is black, which is not good for the heat, I'll tell you that. So I'm really looking for a good shaded spot. And if I can find some good shade, I think we'll do fine here. I'm excited because this is a new area. But I just want you guys to see, like, this is how I do this. Like, as a nomad looking for a new campsite, this is kind of what you have to do. I already have this sense of, like, sort of, this is the nomadic panic feeling that I always talk about, where I'm a little apprehensive. I'm like, oh, I don't know this area. What kind of people are camped out here? Is it going to be noisy or dirty? Am I going to find a good campsite? Am I going to have to camp close to people? How far down this road can I go safely? And once you camp here for a while, then you really start to understand it, and you understand how it all works, and you'll start to feel more comfortable. But even for me, I've been doing this for 4 years now. When I get to a new place, I feel very cautious and curious at the same time, and excited and nervous. This is a completely different terrain, and it's kind of soft in a sense. It's like really dense, like thick, gravelly lava rock. And I could see getting stuck in here. You know, I do have 4x4, so I'd probably kind of be okay, but you can see how it's very lumpy and slopey. There's definitely areas in here I couldn't bring the trailer. I'd have to really map out the best route in here. And this is an OHV area, which is off-highway vehicle area or off-road vehicle area. I'm pretty sure you have to have a permit. And like, I saw a monster truck coming out of here already. And of course there's going to be a lot of ATVs and side-by-sides out here and dune buggies, that kind of thing. You see how black it is? And that's going to get really hot in the sun. And then out here, it's like, it's just nothing out there. It's just nothingness. And this doesn't look like where I want to camp. Not right in this stuff. It's also slanted, like it's all sloped. I could get in here though. If I found like just the perfect spot. Because I got the road right here, I could just come right off the road here. And like right in there, in those trees right there. The thing is, there's really not a ton of trees here. It's pretty good shade, but I was hoping for a little bit more. You see, if I camp right here under this one tree, I'll get shade for a little while, and then when the sun moves, it's going to be gone. It's so much cooler in this area. It's much more dense with trees and it's really flat. Once I walk into the shade, it's like, oh yeah, this is where I want to camp. Now there's quite a few people camped around here. It's really quiet right now. I can hear one generator. But I mean, you know, there's people. There's a lot of people right here. There's a baseball here. I think this is where I'm gonna camp. If I pull the rig in here, and I'm showing you this just so you can kind of get an idea of how I think, because I'm planning to stay here for a few days and maybe even longer. If I find the perfect campsite right now, then I won't have to move if I don't want to. So I'm looking at the sun. I'm thinking about the way the sun's gonna fall and hit these trees. And this shade that's right here should be moving across right here where I'm gonna have the rig parked. Now I do see a little bit more trash around here. I'm gonna call this my baseball camp because there's a baseball and somebody left a blue Lowe's bucket. And if you've seen my videos a few videos ago, that's not a good sign. I don't know why somebody would do that. They've also chopped a couple trees down here. It looks like someone made a latrine. Well, it's not dirty. It's just a fire pit. But it's nailed down. So, oh yeah, so this is like a latrine. There are other spots in here that would work really well. But the more I move in this direction, then I start to get closer to these other people that are camped out here. See, there's someone there, there's someone there, there's someone there, and there's somebody right over there. So you're surrounded by other campers. So one thing I like to do, if that's going to be the case, I just try and find the most evenly spaced spot so I'm not intruding on their space, and so we all can kind of stay as separated as possible. Yeah, I'm going to pull the rig in here and we'll keep an eye on the shade. Hopefully I'm correct with the way the sun's going and we'll have more shade. I got the dogs parked here in the shade, feeling good about that. They have been so good all morning. It's amazing how long it takes to do our chores, but they've been so good. You guys have been so good. So good. I'm just finding a good campsite for you guys so we'll have shade. Yeah, it's nice here in the shade. But they've been so freaking good. We went to so many places today. I went and got dog food. I looked for that Teflon tape that I needed to fix the propane tanks on the trailer. I couldn't find that. I went to Walmart, picked up groceries there. That went pretty well, as it usually does. I dumped the tanks in the trailer at the gas station, filled up on gas in the truck, and then I also filled the 5-gallon container in the bed, which I use for the generator, which will power the air conditioning. So you got to have all these things, you know, ready. We filled up on water, got 50 gallons of water. So we are set. And they always get super excited when we get to a new campsite. They like to just kind of wander around and check it out. I think they're gonna like this place. We're gonna go to baseball camp. What do you think of that, Mr. Echo and Dodger? Check out baseball camp. We got Mr. Echo tied up. Dodger's already under the trailer making himself at home. Got their water out. And the shade looks like it's holding up. I think I might have planned it okay. So that's kind of the main thing I'm going to be watching for. is how much shade we're going to get throughout the day. One thing that I'm kind of bummed about is the cell signal out here is not working. And I'm not really used to that. I usually have a pretty good cell signal. So I'll probably take the truck out in a little bit and drive around and see if I can find a campsite that has a good cell signal. I still might end up staying here for one night and then maybe move on to a different spot tomorrow because I want to rest. And I'm excited to take a shower. I can take as long of a shower as I want. Usually I use about no more than 3 gallons of water for like a full shower. That's what I consider to be a full shower. And what I do is I count while the water's running, and that's how I know how much water I'm using. I'm not gonna count now. And I'm also not gonna heat the water because it's so hot out. Cool shower is gonna feel super nice. And it tends to make me take a shorter shower anyways, like, because it's so cold that I won't use as much water. We have plenty of water. I only need water for about a week, and we have 2 weeks worth of water. So I will be able to do laundry if I want to do that. And as many showers as I feel are necessary. Right now I could use 2. It's really quiet here. I want to stay. So I found out if I stand by this tree, I can get a cell signal. I'm not sure if I can upload videos from here, which is kind of important, you know, when you're a YouTuber. I'm downloading some podcasts. I'm trying that. And I play chess online. And so I'm checking that to see if that works. I'm also seeing if YouTube streams. And from this tree, this woodpecker tree, I'm getting a pretty good signal. You can see the camp right over there. Right back there. So sometimes just moving around a little bit will help your cell signal. And the cell signal, it is so valuable as a nomad just for finding out about where you are right now, of course, where all your supplies are in town and all your mileages to get to your next destination, the weather reports, like that stuff is so valuable. It makes nomad life so much easier. If you didn't have that ability, then I mean, you're living it. Like you're just kind of going by the seat of your pants. And I do that enough as it is. So having a good cell signal, it's so valuable. There's so many uses for it. Good boy. Echo. Catch. Echo, catch. Good catch.